right. So this is going to kick off the first official Overwatch stream. We are starting qualifiers tonight. We are up against Heartland CC. And last I checked, landed the season at number 5. So very, very strong team. Let me check while they get everything set up. Let me check if we've gone up against them before. But we'll be starting shortly. Let me see. Have we played Heartland CC before? History. Interesting. It says we've tied them before, but I don't know if that's... Oh, no, that's today. No, I don't think we've played them. Right, well, it doesn't look like we've played Heartland CC. But they did end up the season at number 5, so they're going to be a good team. But we have... We've had issues, getting all our players to show up, but we've got a solid 5 tonight here. Still missing a couple of our players, but I think this is going to be a good game. All right, and looks like we are starting. Let me make sure everything is okay.
Better not catch any of you skipping your stretches.
Let me check my audio settings really quickly.
Piece of cake, piece of cake, piece of cake.
You can hear it. So we are starting off. We're in a spectating board here on, or Drusilla on tank for a bit. While I make sure that the audio settings are Heartland CC with an early pick on 3 of NWACC players here. Alright, and Druth goes all the way back to spawn here. Regrouping, this is good. Again, number 5 team at the end of the regular season, so they're going to be tough. A lot of coordination is going to be needed from NWACC. See if they can get some picks. Not off to a good start, but now Druth making a switch to Roadhog instead of Winston. Looking for a hook here. We'll see how this works out. Very nice. Looks like this is working a little bit better. A little bit of pressure on that tank here. It's nice job. So I think that switch to Hog was good. Perez on Baby Key. NWACC cap foot now. Truth doing very good on tank here. Let's switch over to let's switch over to our other DPS. This is Spooky on Sojourn here. He hasn't had a chance to play with us too much. He's had to work a lot, but a very good DPS player here. And he gets picked off here at the end. Now it's just the tank, and the tank goes down. Cthulhu on Roadhog goes down. Team's gonna have to group up here. This is gonna be the last fight. 10 seconds on the clock. Someone's gonna have to touch. And it looks like Big on Healer, on Lucio trying to touch but doesn't quite make it. Alright, a rough start for NWACC, but looks like they made a couple of switches that turned the tide around. Maybe just gotta make switches a little bit faster. Truth staying on Hog.
Them to fear the dark.
Baby Kima Hanzo main here. Staying on Hanzo. Sojourn, we got the Ana
Just one more
and the
mission.
Brigitte. By the way, Ghostly here is also one of our newer Mario Kart players. Very good Mario Kart player, winning most of his matches. So look out for those on Thursday. Switching to Lari. And we've got a tank switch as well. And they get another pick off of Spooky. Both DPS down. Now the tank by himself, quickly gonna go down, yep. It's tough, very tough to make something happen. Looks like the other team is just very coordinated, pumping out a lot of damage. Ghostly going off on a flank here, gets picked off. Spooky getting a pick off of the Tracer. It's 1-1. See stats looking for the most part pretty even. Just goes to show you just how much playing as a team really matters in this game. Nobody on point now. NWACC slowly into a point. D-meching the Diva. This is good. They might be able to capitalize off of this D-mech. Gonna have to watch the boot though, and doesn't get boot off. But always gotta be careful with the boot when you're going up against a Lucio on this map. And we're not able to get the tap. They do have some ults coming up. Maybe a Sojourn and tank ult there. Gonna have to make something happen. Let's go to Sojourn. See if we can get a pick using his ult. He's low on health. Both teams ulting. Hanzo ult coming in. Oh, he gets picked off. Wasn't able to use his ult. Heartland CC takes that. Excuse my pause here. It's I'm having still some audio issues where audio and video is a little delayed, but I'll try to do my best to commentate what I'm seeing. Very, very quickly, let's take a listen to the team, see if what the comms are in Discord.
I was gonna say Eichenwald is like our safety pick.
You wanna go Eichenwald? All good.
Yeah, and then Gosh for Lush.
We have not had a very good track record on Eichenwald.
You wanna try like a Hollywood?
Yeah. Low-key, Hollywood, or what's that other one called? Midtown?
Okay. I think we go Hollywood.
Honestly, I'd be down for Midtown. That'd be kind of easy.
Yeah, the issue is that Tracer just destroys us. And then when we focus Tracer, we just let the front line.
All right, the audio is very delayed here. I'm not sure if you're hearing the same thing. I'm gonna mute myself for a bit to check on this audio.
Initiating match.
That was so artistic. Are you a poet too?
I was once. Now I seek peace in other ways.
Still sounds pretty poetic to me.
Starting the second round here. I think the audio issues are fixed. NWACC on the defense here. Doing a good job of holding Moss so far. A couple of picks, but Druth holding it on Diva. Last time we saw Druth on Diva, he did really well. So I'm expecting he can do well with her on this one. We'll see. A couple couple of switches too from the DPS. Spooky now on Cassidy on Cass. Baby King's still on Hanzo. Ghostly on one of the newer characters here, Jetpack Cat. Diva just taking a lot of damage, not able to. As you can see, NWACC just not getting any picks, needing to get some of their players down. Maybe need to focus on the healers a little bit more. Not sure. Look out for a tricky high noon here with the Jetpack Cat. Let's see. Oh, and it almost works. He got one pick off at least. Carry down. Repeat with the ult here. Oh, but she goes down. Alright, a lot of ults there, but still got one ult, and they stopped him, so maybe that's the stop they needed. If you look at the stats there, that Winston doing a lot of work. 9-0, 4,000 damage. Definitely their better player right now. Hopefully NWACC find an answer. NWACC 2 ults. Hanzo ult, Diva ult coming up. Ulting and spawn. Let's go over to the team comm. Let's see what communicating right now.
Yeah, they made it to where everyone gives the old DPS passive. So any healing is just useless now.
The ult, unfortunately not getting anybody. Hanzo finally uses his ult. Doesn't get anybody. Just very unfortunate for NWACC. And Heartland gets it with 3 minutes left. Very rough game for NWACC, but definitely could pull it together here. Teams have come back from worse.
Stay in range. If you wander off, I can protect you.
We'll see if NWACC switches anything up for this next round or this next match. We'll see. Cheese Lord going back to Hog. I think he did a lot of work on that character earlier, so I like this.
Hola.
Watch and learn.
This should be fun.
Ready yourselves.
Hog looking for an early hook. The thing about going up against the D.Va is there's no shield to block your hooks, but she does have the defense needs. They have an anti. Hog gets anti, they're gonna have to watch those antis for sure. I like this from NWACC though, not dying as much as they were earlier, so playing a little bit smarter it seems like. And they get an early pick, this is good. Their DPS is down, no mercy to res, so now they just have to get another pick. NWACC loses Spooky, but they get another DPS. Another huge anti from Miranda. NWACC just needing to get a couple more picks here. And their D.Va trying to bully the Hog. Doesn't quite get the kills. But NWACC coming up with some ults here. See if they make something happen. Let's see if they make something happen with their ults. Doesn't seem like there's much communication going on from NWACC. I'm gonna go over to their team comments again to see what comms are going on in the team.
I'm trying to help. I can only heal so fast.
Well, damn.
Dog's got his stuff bound to scroll wheel or some shit. That was insane. Genji's chained.
Yeah, and as you guys can see, there's not very many comms going on. Just a lot of silence, a lot of passivity there. Like I said, this team's had a hard time trying to get their players to all show up. So I think it's just a little bit more practice. Someone needs to step up and just make some calls, make something happen. And whack with two DPS ults. I'm gonna switch over to Cass and see if he can get a good. Now using both DPS ults. Get one pick. A pick off the D.Va, that's huge. And whack with one tick. About to get two ticks. Not quite getting it. And Zarya has to run away to it. It's very, very low on health. But manages to get a pick. Now it's Zarya against the world. Tracer coming in. Very rough match for NWACC. Overall, you know, things to improve on. Communication being a big one. What I'm noticing is not a lot of comms going on. Let's see if they make any switches. Alright, and it looks like NWACC's making some changes. Big, I believe, is going to tank now, and Trufulu or Cheeselord is going to healer. Let's see if this works out for them. Spooky going to tank. Big going to DPS. And she's going to, or Trufulu going to healer again.
Come now, Doctor. I was equipped to lend a hand.
One thing to note is I believe Baby Keem is only a Hanzo main, so team kind of forced to play around the Hanzo here. Spooky, I think, plays tank and DPS. Big, I think, plays all three roles. Truth, I think, plays tank and DPS. And Ghostly, I think, plays a little bit of all three roles. Just to give you an idea of why they're choosing these characters. Heartland with an easy pick, just killing NWACC with the dive here. Just keeps on diving. Very coordinated attack on NWACC. 3 players down. NWACC just needs to group up. Another one about to go down. At this point, time to group up and come up with a new plan. Switching to Widow. Let's see if I didn't know he played Widow, but let's see if he can get some good picks. Ghostly going down on Moira. And Baby Keem going down instantly on Widow, just getting obliterated here. And NWACC really needs to find something else to do, just something to counter this dive and all of this damage. Seems like every time they poke their heads, they get destroyed. We'll switch over to Mei here. Big on Mei with the freeze, with the ultimate coming up. On the call.
Genji and Winston.
Straight dead, I'm coming.
Nice.
Reloading.
I guess that was a big freeze in retrospect.
Yeah, that was very big.
Zen 1.
By Mei there. Still no real comms, but alright, that can be worked on. As you can see, they're playing well. They are positioned fine. No real no huge issues. Hanzo's a little out of position there, but and he goes down. Just losing everybody. Ooh. It's not looking good. A lot of ults coming up. Pretty much every ult except for Reaper now. Pretty much every ult except for Reaper. I didn't realize we had a Reaper, but that's actually a good switch, I think. I think that's going to work against the Winston. Heartland sees Genji ulting, but getting no picks. Good hold so far, good hold so far. Not using too many ults, but able to slow him down and forcing Trans out of their Zen. I don't think that they needed that, so that's good. Now Monkey jumping in, should die here. Should die, doesn't die because he ults. NWACC still doing fine here. No ults anymore, but let's switch over to that Reaper. That Reaper should just stay on that Monkey and just be... Oh, not shooting deflect. Now someone needs to get on point. Very rough from NWACC. A lot of good things here, but just I think the biggest thing is just teamwork here. Everybody seems to be doing their own thing. And it's going to be tough to beat a team that's number 5 and been playing together for a while. It's NWACC's turn to push. Let's see. Oh, and Spooky on ball. Probably my favorite Overwatch character. I'm excited to see this.
I wish violence never solved anything.
Team gonna stay on the Reaper, I'm assuming, for the Winston. Biggie now on Soldier. This is a very good Soldier map, or at least it used to be before the rework. Truth on Lucio. And Ghostly staying on Life Weaver. Alright. I think I hear the idea for Ball maybe just to hop on those supports and try to get some pressure off of the healing for the Winston. The Winston just doing so much work. Can I get a pick off of... Oh, that is not good. We won't talk about that. And a very good pick on the Jetpack Hat, followed by 3 not so good picks on NWACC. But luckily we're in spawn, so this is we have spawn advantage. Immediately back in the fight. Let's follow Big here for a bit on Soldier. It's very tough. Jetpack Hat, just a very good dive hero, very sneaky, hard to hear. Just comes in and takes out the Soldier. And let me quickly go through the characters here just to show you. So Ball targeting Jetpack Hat right now. Hanzo targeting Winston from afar. Soldier flanking. Lucio doing his thing. Life Weaver trying to keep everybody alive. As you can see, everybody just kind of doing their own thing. Not that any of it's bad, it's just everybody just doing their own thing. very low here. A great shot from Hanzo. Huge shot. I don't know if you noticed that the jetpack has ulting, dies and wastes that ult at the very end. Hanzo has to be careful here not to die. Great pick. Now just gotta try to move the payload. Winston just staying on the payload. The issue here is that the healers are just getting just pumping too many heals into them. So Ball here needs to put some pressure on it. A lot of ults for NWACC. See what they can do for them. Ball starting with the mines. Not able to get a pick, but create some space at least. Now putting pressure on the healers. So, as you can see, 3 characters on Ball. A little disrespect from the jetpack guys here. I think just more of that is what's needed. In that time, the rest of the team could have taken down Winston. Soldier with an ult here, trying to get some picks. Gets 1 pick. Targeting the Winston now, the only person peeking, but goes back to safety. And he's gonna keep getting moved by the enemy. Somebody needs to pressure that enemy. And now, all coming in and putting the pressure. This is what we need more of. Anna down. Now it's overtime. A little bit too late. A little of the right stuff, just a little too late. Alright, plenty of stuff to learn from though. This is not too bad. And that's game. Let's see if Overwatch decides to play another one after this. I'm not sure, but that's a GG's for this one. And we do get play of the game, so let's watch this play of the game from Baby Keem.